Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Child of Mecha live stream. I am your host, Tim, the one and only Child of Mecha. And yeah, rocking the Londo Bell today. You need a little bright slap in your life? This is the hat to wear. Hell yeah. Oh, guys, it's Friday. Yes. Thank God. It is Friday. It's the end of a long week. We've got a long weekend, short week coming up here in the States anyways. So that's a good thing, right? Let's see. We're going to jump back onto the GBWC 2021 build here today. And we're going to jump back in the bazooka and basically just continue on refining that, making that look really, really nice. Yeah. So, just real quick, let's get business out of the way. Hey, if you want one of these awesome Londo Bell hats, hit childofmecha.com, hit the store button right up at the top. You will find this hat, many more, shirts, prints of my work, all sorts of fun stuff in there, so go load up. If you are interested in any of the tools and materials that we're going to be working with here today, there's an Amazon link below here on Twitch and YouTube, that side if you're watching on Facebook. Now, I do get a bit of a commission based off the stuff that you buy, but it does not increase the cost for you. It goes to help out me, help out the stream, fuel our endeavors moving forward, right? Excuse me. Now, if you are interested in kits, tools, paints, accessories, Mecha Decals, sheets 1 and 2, those are available right down here at our friends at USA Gundam Store. Adam and the fine crew will definitely have what you need. Now, if you enjoy this stream, if you find benefit from it, if you learn from it, man, hit the like, subscribe, and follow on all the different social media channels. You can keep up with what we're doing outside of the stream, right? If you know somebody or a group of somebodies that could benefit from watching the stream, share it with them. It's the nice thing to do. Anyway, let's see. Gert Dirt, he's over there. He's on YouTube. He says, got that sweet ruler with the notches last night. It is nice. Word. William Williams says, salutations, Mecha Army. Let's build the good stuff today. Hey, now. Let's see. Ranger Chris is over there, as well as our boy Andrew, Mr. RF Aurora. Excellent. Okay, so, you guys, I want to show you something really cool that I got in the mail today. And I'm super hyped on it, right? So, let's go camera 2. Boom. And let's get this zoomed out and give this its proper presentation here, yeah? All right, so for those of you that know Terry, Mr. Gundam Yatham, I posted this a little bit earlier, but man, I just got to brag a little bit more on this because this thing is just beautiful. Look at this gorgeousness. Look at that thing. This is artwork that he sent me today. I'm just like blown away by this whole thing. Like when I first opened it, like no doubt, I shed a tear. I'm man enough to admit that. Like this is amazing shit right here, you guys. So for those of you not familiar, he did a portrait. This is the portrait of my hummingbird that I completed back in 2016 that took me to GBWC World Finals that year. This is his rendition of the hummingbird. I have no idea, like, how I'm supposed to react to this other than, oh my God, thank you, right? Like, the little boy in me is just going crazy right now. Crazy. Like, this is, for me, like, this thing looks just perfect. Like, better than the original even, right? It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy to look at this and just see, like, all the little details and everything, man. Like, he just absolutely knocked it out of the park on this thing. And then, and then the watercolor background just offsets and just like, oh, that's so freaking good. Guys, I am like floored by this thing. Like I literally had to pick up my jaw off the floor when I first opened this. Because I knew he said he would send me something. And I figured it was going to be artwork and I figured it was going to be awesome. But when I saw this, that knocked me back like 10 feet. Like I'm telling you right now, man, you talk about excitement when I opened this up, right? Just massive amount of appreciation to Terry. And the cool thing is, this is the really amazing part, right? He even did like the little decals on the side, like right down here and right here, and there's one right here, right? Absolutely incredible work, man. Like, I'm absolutely floored. Just absolutely 100% floored. I can't stop gushing over it. I can't stop gushing over it. But then on top of that, which I think is, which I honestly, it's right on par with this, is this amazing note that he sent, right? And you guys obviously can't tell, but this is on like super thick, like almost like handmade paper. There you can kind of see the texture on it, right? Like this is pressed, and like this is literally like handmade paper here. And obviously he hand wrote the note and everything like that, and I'm just like, I'm reading it and I'm like, there's a tear running down my face, like, oh my god, like, so humbling. It's crazy. Like, it's so damn humbling, and it's just, wow. Just, I can't even, I don't even have the words. You know what I mean? I don't even have the words right now. It's just crazy. Goalie Zero Carl, he's over there on Twitch, he says, frame that bad boy. Oh, dude. I'm framing both of these together. It has to be done. I'm framing both of these together in one piece. It absolutely is a must. Yeah. My initial thoughts are like the glass frames, like the two glass panes, like like held together so it kind of floats. That's my initial thought, but man, I'm just like, this is amazing stuff. Like, I'm picturing it just like this, right? This would be kind of the presentation that I think I would want to have framed, right? Like this. There we go. That's a little bit better, right? But obviously not the cardboard. But man, I'm just, jeez. Terry, buddy, if you see this, thank you. Big time. Thank you. I could gush on this thing for hours, honestly. I really could. But it's not what you guys tuned in to see, right? I can gush for a few minutes, and you guys can tolerate that. But you guys want to see the building, right? The robots and answering the questions and all that. That's what you tuned in for. I get it. But man, what an absolutely amazing gesture from an absolute amazing human being. Terry is I don't know, man. Terry's kind of like one of a kind. He really is. I had the pleasure of meeting him what was it, last year, when Justin and I did a photography class at Hobbyworks down here in Laurel, Maryland. And he came down from Pittsburgh, drove like 6 hours, something like that, to come down and take part in the class and see us and hang out and all that. And just absolutely salt of the earth type of guy. Really is. Like, goes beyond nice to truly genuine. And that you don't find too much. You really don't. So, I highly suggest, guys, that you go to Instagram, and you can do it right now. Go follow Terry on there, please, because his talent level, his creativity, his artistry is so well worth the follow. It's Gundam Yatham, and I'll show you guys here in just a second. I'll bring it up on the phone, and you guys will see the right account, right? Let's see. All right, right here. That's the one right there. Gundam Yatham. All right, that's Terry's account. Please go follow him. For real, go follow him. Because he's also doing a a silent auction, right? Let's see. The last day to place your bid is Friday, which is today, right? Right there. And he's got some amazing artwork available for silent auction. This stuff is now that I see it, like I was totally like down for these prices and for these bids and everything. But now that I see it in person, these are so undervalued. Like it's not even funny. I'm being dead serious on that. So real quick, let's just kind of go through a few of these. Advanced Hazel with that funky visor. That's awesome looking. What is it? Here's the Heisenflay. The Barzam Ausla. Yeah, the Ausla. Marisai Rosette. Here's the Nemo Cannon. Advanced Hazel again. There's the Woundwort. Yeah. I mean, look at all these. Just amazing artwork from an amazingly talented individual. Here's from that Nemo Cannon. Just super damned cool. I mean, honestly, after seeing these, I'm like, if I had the money, which I unfortunately don't right now, I would totally commission Terry to create more artwork, because his is just off the charts good. Just wow. Crazy stuff. Anyway, you guys, this is Terry's account, okay? Gundam Yatham. Go to Instagram right now. Follow, okay? Follow him. Absolutely. 1900 now. Hey, he just got 4 in a matter of a minute or two. Good job, Mecha Army. Good job. But let's keep that going, okay? Don't hold up. Go follow Terry, all right? He's worth it. Totally worth it. Man, just good shit right there. It's just good stuff all around, man. Good stuff all around. And now, mind you, the other awesome thing that proves Terry's high level of humanity, those are silent auctions, okay? But every cent of the proceeds are going to Ben Dragantha. He is one of our friends over in Germany. Ben has a condition where he faints, and he's not having a good time right now. I think the kid's like 30 years old, and he had a heart attack from the stress that this has caused him. Couple that with everything going on in the world with the Rona and all, they've got to obviously stay indoors, so he can't work. His fiance, I believe, is going to school, so they don't have a ton of money at this point, and they need some help financially to make ends meet. So there is a link on a lot of people's Instagram accounts to go and donate to the GoFundMe. So, you know, there are multiple ways of donating. You can buy one of Terry's amazing pieces of artwork. You can go and donate to Ben's GoFundMe. And there's a lot of other cool giveaways that are happening. I know our boy Zashan, Mr. Gumpler Ronan, he's giving away a katana, like a real deal sword, you guys. And also like, what is it, a GoPro 7 Hero Black Edition, something like that, right? Like, really nice GoPro. Bunch of other people are giving away model kits and stuff like that. So yeah, it's absolutely awesome. Definitely go donate. I still have to. Not the best when it comes to money at this point right now, but that's not a big deal, right? That's not a big deal. So I'm gonna go and donate and all that good stuff, and yeah, definitely hook that up. All right, definitely hook that up. So, all right, kids, let's go hit camera 2. There we go. All right, let's lose the hat. Let's get to building. Yeah, let's get to building. Just real quick, let me see one thingy here. Let's see. Robert Cottrell is over there in the Mecha Army Facebook group. So is Howard Rivera. What's going on, gents? Thank you for watching over there. Appreciate you. Good stuff. And we got the usual suspects in here. In the usual suspects in the YouTube chat. We got Chris Pabs, Bill, Charles, Andrew, Sam. Let's see. Seth Boyd, Sparion, Woody, Woobish, Kelvin Branham, Zach Bleich, Galactic Toys. What's going on? Hell yeah. Yeah, and that's a great point, Bill and Pabs. So the GoFundMe is obviously European based, so you know it converts to euros, right? To get into all of the giveaways and everything, all you need to do is donate €1. That's like, I think it's like $1.25 US, something like that. It's like nothing. Go, you know, and don't even do it because of the giveaways. Just do it because it's the right thing to do, right? We all came together for Simon. That went amazingly. You know, it just, yeah. Just donate. Just a little something, you know? Anyway, all right. Let's get to building. Yeah? Let's get to building here. So, if you guys remember, last time we were together working on this, what was Wednesday night? Yeah, we did this weird, kooky little roundy detail with some indents and stuff there. We're going to continue working and refining that a little bit, but we also did this roundy strap thing here with that awesome little metal detail right there in the middle and some notches all the way around. So yeah, we're gonna continue working on all this, refining and all that good stuff. So let's get all that taken off of there. Let's get this, and all this stuff taken off there. Let's get this little guy. Come on, you. There we are. All right. So now we can kind of get to it and focus on this little roundy bit there. There you can see the front profile of it. It has these nice little round indents there and all, right? So real quick, one thing I want to do is basically just get those just a wee bit deeper on the plastic. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. And that's much cleaner, too, right? Excuse me. Let's see. Hey, Woody's with us. Woobish. He said, did a first last night. Pre-ordered a Cublé, Emblerand, and a Polypod ball from P-Band America. Hey, there you go. Decent prices. I'm not gonna lie. Decent prices. And then the new Cublé is actually quite nice. I had my eye on that as well, but I don't need another Cublé, especially one with giant hands. Bill says, I did what I could. I also put in a bid today for some art. He finally got his account sorted so I could see. Oh, good. Bill says, Chris, if things go as planned, I will have your package shipped this weekend. Hey, there you go. Good stuff. All right, so back to this thing here, yeah? Now, let's kind of get the filing debris and everything off of there. Now, what I want to do is I want to real quick outline scribe this detail so it's a bit separated, right? And for that, obviously, we're going to turn to our 0.20 for separation, because that gives a really nice look. Okay, and this is a simple process. We're just following the perimeter of this piece. Nothing crazy. Okay, this is looking pretty good. All right, spin this around and come in from the other side to get a nice clean corner here. And there we go. Excellent. All right, so coming in from the bottom. Let's do this. There we go. Get that groove set in there first with a bit of a push. Now we can just drag this right across that groove and reinforce that line. Very good. Okay. Follow right around this thing here. This is going to look nice and separated. Basically, what we're trying to achieve is the look of part separation, right? We're trying to make it look like these are two separate pieces that have been put together, right? So by doing this, by scribing around this and making this groove, when we go to panel line this, that's going to catch the panel lining fluid, and it's going to give this thing a whole nice, like, pseudo shadow, right? Okay, that looks good. Okay, so that looks good there. Excellent. Let's put this guy away. Now, what we're also going to do is we're going to make a couple notches right down here near the bottom, and that's going to flow into the piece itself. Okay, so there's that first one. Now, we're not just going to end there. We're going to basically pop this up on the piece and bring that down. And I'll show you why here in just a second, because this, I think, is going to be a great little detail here. We're digging out a pretty good amount of plastic in that, right? And I'll show, like I said, I'll show you why. I'll show you why here in just a second. Okay. I think one more pass. And there we are. Okay. So now, just clean this up here a bit. So there you can see that kind of deep notch in there, right? Let's get that cleaned out real quick, because it's got a bunch of debris still in there. All right, so that is 0.6 millimeter in width, right? So that's not the one we want. Where's the one we want? That's not it. Ooh, is this it? No, that's 1/4 millimeter. Trying to find a 1/2 mil piece here, and I think this is it. Yep, bingo. All right, so the cool thing is that since this is 0.6 millimeter, we can fit something like this 0.5 millimeter strip right in there like that, and we can make this be like a support triangle almost. I think that'll look really, really cool. All right, so let's go ahead and clip off some there. Get that loaded into the tweezers. And then what we're going to do, we're going to get our super glue little palette there, right? And whoop, get our little piece of scrap. Right there. And what we'll do is not that. That ain't gonna work. All right. Okay. There we go. Yeah. All right. Focus. There we go. So see how that sticks, basically sticks right into that little groove there, right? So that's really, really nice. I really kind of like that idea. And we're going to put another one on the other side here real quick as well. So let's go ahead and get to doing that. We'll get these matchy. Cool. Perfect alignment there. Swing back around on this side and come in from the piece. Okay, and then reinforce this side. All right. All right, so let's see if that strip fits in there. And we may need to go back into the piece just a bit more. Bit more there. We'll take off a bit more on the notch on the tube here. Okay, let's give that a shot now and see what that looks like. Boom, like a glove. Excellent. But it's not quite parallel. So we're going to keep going. what that looks like. Get a nice square corner here. Much better. Much, much better. Excellent. All right, let's go ahead and get that little bit clipped off of there. And get that loaded up. Get some super glue loaded in there. And just like that. Yeah, that looks good. That's nice and symmetrical. And if it's not, we can cut it to be symmetrical, right? Okay. I'm going to put just a bit of Insta-Set on there. And let's put the cap back on that. Chisel Discipline, yeah? And then let's go ahead and kind of get the final shape on this. We just basically want this to look like it's a support, right? Nothing, nothing too crazy. Just a little something, something. Just a little peek of it, right? That's all we want. There we are. Just a little peek. Nothing crazy, right? Nothing crazy. Just a little something. That's all we want. Subtlety, kids, is the name of the game. Very nice. Okay. And take that down right there. And there we are. Matchy matchy. Yeah? Easy stuff. We'll need to come in here and clean up the super glue squeeze out, but just those little itty bitty pieces of plastic just look like, you know, just little like support pieces, right, for this ring. Just little supports. That's all it is. Real nice. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I do. I do. All right. So, what we're going to do next... Nope, that's too big. Nope, that's too small. Where's the 1/2 millimeter? What is this? Nope, that's too big. I'm looking for 1 by 1/2 millimeter. Ooh, I think I found it. Let's see. Yep. Excellent. Okay. So what we're going to do next is to make our little support triangles, right? And this isn't all that hard either. It's just very, very super tiny work. But before that we do that, let's get caught up with the chat, yeah? Because I know I saw some questions and all that. So so let's take a looky look. Let's see. Superset5 is over there on Twitch. He says, "Hi everybody. What's going on, dude?" Bill has a question.
We have a question.
He says, "Tim, weren't you going to attach some triangle supports to that piece? If you didn't change your mind, why scribe before adding them?" Mainly to so I wouldn't have to scribe around the triangle pieces, right? because that's what they're there for. They're there for support. So they're there to hold the piece in. So by scribing before that, you get that nice shadow, and then the supports actually look like what they're supposed to do, support that piece, right? So that's the intent, anyways. But yeah, we're gonna hit up the little triangular supports here in just a few seconds. But Superset5 over there on Twitch has a question.
We have a question.
He says, with the new Master Grade Verka being teased, what do you think or hope it will be? I already know what it is. Sorry, I can't tell you. So I don't even want to speculate because you guys wouldn't know if I'm lying or not. So it's not fair to you. Anyway, I already know what it is, and we'll leave it at that. Bill says, gotcha, adding the supports on the bottom rather than sides. Actually, we're going to do both, Bill. We're going to do both. Bill says, everyone looking forward to the 3-day weekend? Yes. Sort of. I work at home. I don't get a 3-day weekend. Let's see. Let's see. Pab says, Zach, I'm ordering that UV light this weekend. Should be able to test that putty next week. There you go. Gert McDirt says, I was super interested when I saw that stuff. What kind of consistency is that putty? It's a good question. I don't know. Pab says, it's a viscous liquid, hardens as soon as the UV light hits it, or at least quite quickly. There you go. Let's see. Kelvin Branham is over there on YouTube, and he has a question.
We have a question.
He says the 144 Shazar Team A has thrusters and a fin pack. Is there an aftermarket set for the 1100 Shazar B, or will a scratch build be in my future? Ooh, good question. I don't know. I do not know. Potentially a scratch build could be in your future. And obviously, Kelvin, it could look better if you scratch build it. If there are even options for it, right? Which I don't know. I know Pabs is in the audience, and he would probably know better than I. So, Pabs, do you know of any Shazar team backpack conversions out there? Because I don't keep track of that stuff, honestly. I just convert it and I'll just fucking scratch build it myself. I know that's bad, but it doesn't help. I know that. It is just what I do. Anyway. Sorry, man. Doesn't answer your question, Kelvin, at all. Oh, God. I'm terrible. Let's see. Andrew says, Master Grade Hummingbird Verka. Whew. I would have been pissed if that was the case, but I can assure you it's not. He's let's see. Z is over there on YouTube. He says, "Hey, child of Mecha, what's going on, Z?" Let's see. Bill says, all old hero suits that never received a 2.0. Eric Dayton says, what is that white thing there, Tim? You are building a lightsaber? Oh, no. This is part of the barrel for the bazooka for the RX that we're building. We're just obviously adding details and stuff, so I've got it broken down to this little component which we're focusing on. So that's what we're doing. Let's see. Sam L is over there saying hi to Z. Chris Pab says 0 things in the pipeline for that. Yeah. So that sucks. But yeah. So Kelvin, it looks like a scratch build is in your future, buddy. Sorry. But Kelvin says, in my head, a scratch build does look best, and in my world senior moments In my world, senior moments happen. Nice. Nice. Let's see. Tetsujin, Mr. George is over there on YouTube. He says, Star Wars nerd. Not a big deal. Ingao Chihung is over there on YouTube. He says, hi, everyone. What's going on, buddy? Bill says, Tim didn't read my guesses, so maybe. Oh, what did you guess, dude? And I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm not gonna tell you if it's accurate or not. Just gonna say, okay. But Bill said GPO1, GPO2, Ground Gundam, Easy 8, or God Gundam. Okay. Let's see. Superset5 over there says, I do not have a link, but I'm seeing a few posts on YouTube. Yeah, and it's all over the, it's all over Twitter. It's all over Facebook. Just check any of the groups. Just go on Twitter today. Trust me, you'll find it. It's just a white background with the Master Grade Verka logo on it, and then a date. They're going to announce it in like a week. So, yeah. Let's see. Chris Degger says, does anyone know if there's a substitute for sandpaper? I hate the idea of throwing stuff away if there is something that is reusable. I wouldn't necessarily say that sandpaper is not reusable. It's just disposable. But Pab says, check out the glass nail files. Yeah, I've heard really good things about those. I'm going to have to try one of those. Superset5 says, also, I can't post any links on my Xbox. There you go. Eric Dayton says, I'm both Gunpla, Lego, and Star Wars nerd, Tetsujin. There you go, George. Gunpla Ronan, Mr. Z says, you didn't say hi to me, Pabs. Ooh, there's there trouble in paradise? Methinks so. And Z says, but hey, anyways. Elbow cough. Nice. Let's see. George Tetsujin, he says, I meant Tim's a Star Wars nerd because he's got that clearly a lightsaber there. Thanks, George. Bill says Minishima metal file plate is a good example. That is a good example, yeah. Although I think that is more aggressive than, say, sandpaper. There are just some things that you cannot get by with other than sandpaper. Wet sanding comes to mind. Try wet sanding a rounded surface with a glass file or a file plate or anything rigid like that. It ain't gonna happen. Just saying now. So, in some places, in some points, you can't get past using sandpaper. Bill says you can find a link for one of those plates on Tim's Amazon. Thank you, Bill. Gert McDirt says, I do get a lot of use out of metal files and cut back on other materials. Bill says you could use polishing compound rather than wet sanding. To a point, I think. To a point. The polishing compound is just that. It's to polish. So you should already have a really, really, really smooth surface for that polishing compound to work, right? What's to say if it's not? And it's curved and all of that. What are you going to do? You need sandpaper. I'm sorry. It's just, that's one of those materials that you just really can't do without, in my opinion. You know? There are ways around it, sure. But a lot of times you're going to come back to that little piece of sandpaper that you just gotta keep around. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Let's see. Seth Boyd says glass files are probably the best. I do need to try that though. Gert McDirt says, yeah, true, Tim. Greek Knockos over there. Charles is double timing on us. He's on Twitch and YouTube. Hey. But he says, I was expecting to see a silhouette. Guess they got smart about that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Big time. Superset5 says, can you tell us if the new Verka is UC related or AU related? No, I cannot. Pab says, good luck sanding round edges with files, though. See? Yeah. Is there an echo in here? I don't know. But yeah, it's true. It is very, 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 very true. Just saying. Anywho. All right, let's get to making some little triangles. Yeah? Little itty bitty triangles. Just teeny tiny ones. All right. So what we've got here is 0.5 millimeter thick by 1 millimeter in width, right? So this is 1 by 0.5. Now, what we're gonna do, we're just gonna kind of eyeball this, and we're gonna make little approximately 45-degree angles, right? Approximately, because I am not going to take the time to measure these things. I'm just not going to do it, because nobody in their right freaking mind is going to take a teeny tiny little protractor and measure it just to make sure that you're accurate. Just saying. And if they look relatively the same, then you're not going to have to worry about it anyway, right? Bingo. All right, so... All right, so that's a little smaller than I wanted, so we're going to get rid of that. I wanted a little bit of flat area behind that to give it a little breathing room, a little space, right? So there's... You guys can't even see that on camera, can you? Move that away from the dot. There we go. That's what we're looking at. Super small. Yeah. Brian says I do it all the time. Well, aren't you special? Mr. I had an interview with Zach. It was really good, though. I watched bits and pieces of it. I'm not going to lie, Brian. It was good. Pab says, didn't say never, Z. I said good luck. Ooh. I think there is trouble in paradise, you guys. Pab says, just because you said that, Tim, I will. Womp womp. Ty Furious says, protractor Pabs. Pab says, Pab tractor. Hey, now. Inkao Chihung over there on YouTube, he's got a question.
We have a question.
He says, how would you guys sand the edge of the pieces? Like the edge of some armor plate? That's actually a really good question. So, for instance, this obviously is a piece. This is the Mohawk armor from the Unicorn. But this is a really good example. So you're talking about just the very, very edge of the piece, right? So what I would probably do is take my sanding block, if it's straight, of course. Take your sanding block and just go to town like that. I'm not going to do that because this is already finished, but you get a nice, clean, even surface there. Now, on the flip side of that, say if that armor piece is curved, right? Much like, say, a Zaku, leg armor or something to that nature. Now, this is actually the master knee armor for the Zaku that we finished late last year, right? So say you want to, sand that down, these edges here, and say that they're they're curvy, right? Then, you just get your little piece of sandpaper and you hold it in your hand and you just got a constant, right, like that, right? Love the sound effects too. So yeah, I mean, that's what I would do. Yeah. Let's see. Bill says they do make round files, not saying I like them, but just saying. There are many ways to build, and people who come from a sculpting background can have a very different method than Tim. Yeah, fair point. Fair point. Ty Furious, Pab Tractor. Sounds like a transformer. We find a transformer? Pab says, on serious, that was a good discussion, Brian. Yeah. And Z says, I love that Brian did name drop us. Yeah. Tetsugen Mr. George says, "Did you say womp womp? How absolutely dare you, sir? Womp womp." Brian says, "Wise guy, I'll see you in a handful of hours on Mechanism." Absolutely, we're gonna have fun tonight. George says, "A question about edging." There you go. Brian says, "Oh yeah, I did talk about my boys." Hey. Pabs said that he did. They also said we had been quipping all night. We did not quip, we banter. Wow. Brian says, "Giggity." There you go. Let's see. Z says, "We have the greatest show on YouTube in our time slot amongst board builders in the Western Hemisphere." I'd say that's accurate. Yeah, why not? I'd say that's very accurate. All right. Back to it. Anyway, so we've got one teeny tiny little triangle there. Let's make some more. There we go. Fairly symmetrical. Not too bad. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to put 6 on here. We're going to put 1 in the middle of each little section on, obviously, both sides. So we need 6 of these little triangles all together. What the hell? Why is a little piece of rubber down here? I don't get it. Anyway. Alright, so there's 5. We need 1 more. Alright, so there is our 6 teeny tiny little triangles. Now, we are going to need our little super glue palette for these teeny tiny little guys, and instead of our Eck-Tools reverse grip tweezers, we're gonna pull out the accurate ones. These little guys. Focus. These little POW seed deals here, right? I don't use these much because I personally prefer the reverse grip. That's just more my style. But these come in very handy when working with teeny tiny little pieces like this, right? Let's carefully spin this little guy around here. And there, ooh, focus, there we go. Dip that in a little super glue on both sides there. And now we just kind of very carefully place him right there along the edge. Yeah. So there's that little triangle there. Ooh, focus. Yeah. So that looks really, really good. I love the look of these just minute little details like that, because that just brings the model to life. Because that's when you get that that illusion of scale that we always are chasing after, right? There's both of them on that portion there. Whew, man, I just love that look. I just love that look. That's so nice. Yeah. Good stuff. Come on, stand up now. There it is. Just had to flip it around a little bit. Okay. Alrighty then, let's get this nicely centered here. Perfect. Yeah. There we are. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right. Let's flip these guys up here. Ooh, stand up. Stand up, you son of a bitch. Come on now. Yeah, I think the hardest part in this whole thing is just standing these little triangles on end so we can grab them. Come on. There we go. Now all three of those are standing up now. Half of our work is done. Okay. Yeah. See, that just the more you put on there, that's just the more and more. Oh, it just looks so good. So happy with this. These are what I live for. These little, teeny tiny details. Ah, you bastard! It fell over. It fell over. Come on, stand up. There we go. All right. Yeah. Man, oh man. Ah, what do we got here? What do we got here? Hey, goalie zero, itty bitty parts. Thank you. Thank you, Carl. Appreciate you 50 bits. 50 bits. I'll hook you up here in just a second, Carl. Don't you worry. Just trying to get this last little bitty triangle. Itty bitty bits. Lined up just perfectly with the other ones here. Yeah. All right. Ooh. Yeah. Look at that. Come on. Tell me that's not a good little detail right there. Come on. Come on. And Anyway, Carl, this one's for you, buddy. Thank you. Appreciate you. Fitty bits. Why not 52? Yeah. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. 52 is my favorite number. Yeah, it is. 52 is my favorite number. So it should have been 52 bits. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying. Whew, yeah. Alright, let's put this thing back together because I want to see this with the rest of the parts on here because I just need to. Okay. Hey, you son of a bitch, Carl. With the 2 bits, he says, you drive a hard bargain. Thank you, Carl. I'm not giving you another Mecha Army one for that. I'll be honest with you. But thank you. Appreciate you, bud. Appreciate you. Alright. But yeah, look, just with that all hooked up there, look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Anyone else see the shield generator reactor on Hoth? What? Oh. Is that a Star Wars reference? I think so. I understand that. Sort of. But hey, I'm not gonna complain about it because that looks amazing. Okay. Bada boom, bada bing. Yeah. Come on. Come on, man. Look at that. How it sets off the rest of it. Just that little bit, just that little itty bit just changes the entire look of that little section of the bazooka barrel. Yeah. Come on, man. Oh. Let's see. Let's get caught up, yeah? Yeah, and Bill said to Inkao Chihung, he says, I would say it really depends on the type of edges you want. Rounded, chamfered, squared, all have slightly different approaches. And Inkao said, I usually have problems with my chamfered, I guess. Ah, okay. Well, then that's a completely different request then, I would say. So, for chamfered edges, right? So we have this, stock piece of just styrene, right? For chamfers, honestly, all I do is either use a hobby knife or, if you have it, a nice ceramic ceramic scraper. This is not a knife. This is not a sharp edge, right? Like, I am not cutting myself, obviously. But this does make things easier. So what I would do is just use this, hold it at an angle, whatever approximate angle that you want, and then just start taking that down, right? And if you do it in little, in little passes, say like this, it's going to be more uneven if you did it rather than one single pass. I like to try and do it, in one single pass, if possible. Just like that. And then you can kind of see that little bevel start. And then once you're done with that, if it's like a straight piece like this, I'll take like a sanding block and then just kind of do this type of thing, and that smooths everything out. and makes it, you know, constant, one constant bevel there, right? And you can see that right there in the corner. So that's what I do. You know, and like I said, there are other ways to do it. Some guys have created like little jigs. And I actually created one, but I never used the damn thing, and I don't even know if I still have it anymore, to be honest with you, now that I think about it. Where they'll embed like a hobby knife blade in plastic, and then it's just a little exposed in the corner, and then you can run that along the edge, and that'll give you a nice constant chamfer all the way across. I'm not a huge fan of that method, just because it's, I don't know, it just seems inefficient to me. And then you have to think about, you know, roundy bits and you know, because most of these edges are never quite perfectly straight. Bandai, for some reason, likes to put just very, 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 very slight curvatures and things. And it very well could have been part of the molding process. Who knows? But I'd rather freehand it with the hobby knife or the scraper. So, and like I said, you can get away with it on the hobby knife too. It's the same exact type of process, just you know, be careful with, obviously, with the knife, and you could slip and cut yourself and all that good stuff. So you do have to be a little careful with it, right? George says, cheap is always making tiny little triangles when you should be making great big triangles. The tiny ones look better. I'm not gonna lie, because that looks awesome. None of y'all motherfuckers can tell me different. Superset 5, the second one is bigger than the first. Shut up, Michael. Inkao Chi-hung says, it just got a little bit rounded afterward, no matter if I use file or sanding stick. Okay. Yeah, okay, so you're sanding in one direction. I gotcha. Okay. Bill says an easier way to make chamfered edges to make an edge guide / jig. Cut a small slit on the corner of your hobby knife to slide in. If you make the slit equal distance on both sides, then you get a 45-degree. Yeah. Ranger Chris, indeed, the subtle things produce the best results. It's true. Inkao Chi-hung says, I don't honestly know how to ask it in order to make it more specific. My English kind of as suck as my struggle. It's okay, dude. It's all good, man. Bill says degree chamfer or bevel, and Pab says a good way to do it as well would be draw a line close to the edge of the piece. This will give you a visual guide on the on how large your bevel should be, right? Ty Furious says maybe not keeping a consistent stroke. If you teeter on an axis, you will lose those crisp looking angles. That's a very good point, yeah. Bill has a question.
We have a question.
Which we already did. Bill says, could you demonstrate how to get crisp edges on a bevel for Inkao? Yeah. I just did. Anyway, Tetsuchin says, yeah, best to keep a consistent stroke when edging, yeah. Bill says, seeing it also helps in learning. Absolutely. So another thing that I think of, let me kind of show you this. Now, this was just a jig that I made up. It doesn't really matter what it was for or anything like that, but it's a good This is a good illustration of how to properly chamfer a larger piece, maybe like a piece of armor or something like that. What I'll do sometimes to really chamfer down one of these pieces is to take a scribing jig, and this is just a 1mm scribing jig, right? And you take your pencil and you just mark your line right across there, and you would do this for the entire length of this particular piece, but we're not gonna do that right now. We're gonna save a little bit of time. Flip it over to the other side, mark your line across here, And now you have an equal distance between that that point of the edge. So if you were to trim this down, this point in right in the middle here, if you were to trim that down and line both of these up with these lines, that would be a perfect 45-degree angle, right? Now, another thing you can do is, instead of having it be a 45-degree angle, say we're going to put a 1 millimeter up here on this side, right? So there's our 1 millimeter there. But then, say you want it to be a little steeper than 1 millimeter. Well, you know, you can get your 2 millimeter and then put that 2 millimeter on this side, mark that line, and now when you cut this, it's going to be this bevel here on the end is going to be like this, right? It's going to be steeper in this direction. Now you can do super huge bevels too, right? At different angles. So this is like, say, 4 millimeter, right? Draw your line, and then say, I don't know what this is, but mark that line right there, and there you can see how this is closer. This is going to be basically it's going to be like that angle there, right? Once you cut this down. So it's all about, you know, kind of knowing your angles and stuff like that, and your distance between the 2 points. Yeah. Goalie Zero says, and exhale. Greek Nako says, is that 50 bits or really 2 bits? Carl says, where's that electron scriber, that 0.000000001 millimeter? Whew, man. And then Superset, there you go. Why not 52 bits? Exactly. Bill says, anyone else see the shield generator? Yeah, we already read that. Chris Degger says, to Pabs, is a glass file essential like that racer thingy? Eraser. Yeah. It is, basically. That's essentially what it is. Yeah. Bill says, no, just me? No, I saw it. I saw it once you said something. Goalie Zero says, writing my congressman got gypped because I wouldn't give you a second mecha army. Damn, Carl. There. It's a little late, but you got it. Brian says, nice Captain America reference. Gumpler Ronan, Mr. Z, he says, Chris, just buy the glass file on Amazon for $5. Essential. Essential maybe not, but if it's affordable, always nice to have another tool. Yeah. Superset 5, now imagine if that was a double barrel bazooka. Nah. Technically, Will's over there on Twitch. He says, come on, man. I don't know. Chris Degger says, cool, I am going to buy it now. There you go. Z says, nice, Chris, just search for glass nail files. It's basically the same as the eraser from Gun Primer. There you go. Ty Furious says, I tried the Gun Primer razor and I don't really like it. The balancer is great, though, if you aren't going to paint the plastic. He says, there are cheap glass files on Amazon that work great, though. There you go. Let's see. Inkao Chi Hung says, thank you, though. I will try it, like, right now. There you go. Let's see. Ty Furious, the racer works. It's just not very aggressive, so it takes a long time to bring down the nubs, and it's not worth the price. Gert McDirt says, ceramic scraper. I like it. Brian says, have some chamfer scrapers from Voyager model set up with specific degrees and millimeter demarcation. This motherfucker's fancy. Gert McDirt says, oh, hey, I just came across those the other day, Brian. And Brian says, I like them quite a lot. There you go. Yeah. Bill says, yep, different tools for different people. Never hurts to have options. Tetchin says 46-degree angle. Well, that remains to be seen.
We have a question.
Superset5 over there on Twitch has a question. Why hasn't Bandai made an add-on set for the Perfect Grade Mark II to turn it into one of the Hazel units yet? Because it's Bandai, man. Why do they do anything? You know? It's always kind of a crapshoot. Trust me. Bill says, I just thought of something. Uh-oh. Dangerous. Kelvin Branham says that bazooka and beam gun might turn me into a one-time criminal. Do you have a safe? Funny. Bill has a question. I guess that's a follow-up from his thought.
We have a question.
He says, would the angle guides scrape a bevel? If so, then those are even more useful. Would the angle guides scrape a bevel? An angle guide. Oh, the angle. I think they would. And I think that's what that is for, that little gap there. But the problem that we're going to run into is, especially for smaller, teeny tiny pieces, is that freaking gap right there in the middle, right? Let me get a better one than a 30-degree angle here. Let's go with a 45-degree angle, yeah? It would be good if it was not upside down. Let's see. Yeah, and see this this edge right here, this section, that's basically what you run that down with, right? So let's see. Let's get a sacrificial lamb in here. I think this piece looks like a contender, right? So let's see. Okay. See that little notch in there is what's gonna, I think, do us in, because that's hitting the plastic first, and it's basically notching that. Yeah, see, it's making an indent in the plastic there. Now this side could do the trick if you were to, say, run both of these like this. But this, I feel like this would take a bit more time. Obviously higher levels of accuracy, but I feel that takes a little bit more time than just, say, doing this, right? I don't know. I feel that's quicker, right? I think that was a really great idea there, Bill, but I just these little gaps right there, if that was sharp, these would probably be the way to go. Yeah. But just as a tool to to use as a scraper, I think that it works really well. Yeah, and that makes pretty short work of that, right? Mainly because these edges are sharp edges here, right? And honestly, it really doesn't matter which side you use. You can use this flat side for whatever it's worth, right? And yeah, see, that makes quick work of that. But then, obviously, you know, you're in the same boat. It's just becomes a scraper at that point. It's not really an angle gauge. But if you have these, or if you have these, then, I mean, honestly, you can knock out 2 birds, 1 stone, right? So, there's that. But yeah, I think that was a good idea, yeah. Really good idea. Let's see. Goalie, Carl says, good call. You will survive. Hey. Bill says, like, hold it flat and part flat, run the angle along the edge. Yeah. Bill says Nemo was the basis for Hazel. Inkao Chi-hung says, a drunk dude just showed up at my backyard. Fun. William Williams says, give him a beer and ask for a story. Nice. Brian says, yeah, that's what that is for as far as I can tell. Yeah. And Bill says, I thought so. George says, yeah, Nemo's hard to come by though. Yeah. Bill says, I will have to play with my set and see if I get it to work. Brian says, mine come to a tight corner but are a thinner gauge of stainless and are only obtuse, meaning not bigger than 90 degrees. Bill says, like I said, I will play around with my set and look into it. Yeah, there you go. I mean, and you could always mount like a strip of plastic on one side, so it's kind of like your soft edge, so to speak, right? And as long as that's 90 degrees, as long as that's parallel with the flat edge of, you know, the angle, whatever that is, I mean, it should work. I think it just takes a little bit more time, but yeah. He says, Bill says, I think there is a way, but I need hands-on. Yeah. Gurk McDurk says, there's another I came across that has multiple angles on a single disc. Oh, yeah, the Alexan angle scraper. Yeah. The Alexan, I think, is on HLJ, and it's also on places like Hobby Search. But good luck getting anything out of Japan. Just saying. So, there's that. Carl says, tell that drunk guy in the backyard mechanism doesn't start for another 4 hours. Then throw a real grade at him. Nice. Gurk McDirt says, not quite as nice as the Voyager ones. Yeah. Inkao Chi-hung says, nice talking with you all, guys. Thank you for the tips. I will have to rewatch this episode later. Have to leave early. Bye, bosses. Dude, good luck with the drunk dude, man. You're gonna need it, I think. Yeah. Whew. Drunk dude showing up. And like Carl said, man, it's not even time for mechanism yet. We're not gonna pass out until later. I don't think there's gonna be any passing out. At least not for me tonight. I'm gonna be a good boy and kind of go light this evening. That's the plan, anyways, right? You know what they say about plans. Everybody has a plan until they get hit in the mouth. One of my favorite lines. Good old Tyson. Everybody's got a plan until they get hit in the mouth. Yeah. Bill says, I'm thinking hold the angle guide upside down on the table with the part lying flat, then run it along since the table creates the same plane. It depends on the table, though. You know? Like, if you have a clean table, sure. But, like, my cutting mat, I mean, has, like, you know, little piles of super glue here and little divots and stuff like that. So it's not perfectly flat. But, yeah, if you had, say, like, if you had, like, a piece of, Jesus, what would you need? like a piece of marble or something, or like a flat ceramic tile or something, that could give you a nice flat plane. A 1, 2, 3 block, yeah, that would probably work. Let's give it the good old college try here, yeah. Let's make sure we get the flat. Let's clean off the 1, 2, 3 block, because this one has super glue all over it. So yeah, I was thinking maybe like a piece of hardened steel. I didn't even think of the 1, 2, 3 block, honestly. Didn't even think about that. All right, so where did here we are. All right, so let's pull out our 45. Put that off to the side. Now, let's get, let's see. All right, so here's this. Now, what Bill's talking about is basically using this edge here and just kind of running it right along here. I'll be honest with you, Bill. It's a bit awkward, but you could get used to it given patience and a bit of time. Maybe if I pull instead of push. Oh yeah, see, that's much easier right there. Oh yeah, there we go. I think we got it. Now I think we got the technique down. Ooh, yeah, look at that. That's taking off nice little ribbons too, right? That's taking off nice little ribbons. Yeah. I think that works. Yeah, see, that's the technique right there, is pulling this way. Keeping that flat edge along the bottom or the top of the 1, 2, 3 block. That's now the other kind of pitfall that you could have, which I'm seeing, the middle portion is getting cut more than the ends, right? Which honestly is normal, because you're going to be applying more pressure here across the piece than either at the front or the back. So at that point, yeah, I would still pull out my sanding block. At that point, you have that angle established, and then you can just kind of go back in here and really just kind of even that out and flesh that out. Now that line is a lot more straight, but the angle is super nice. Yeah. Good thinking, Bill. Good thinking. Flatten that edge. Let's see. And there we go. There's the angle break. And how you can use the edge here. Yeah, very straight. Very, very straight. Now, let's see if it's super straight. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. Yeah. So there you go, Bill. Yeah. Pab says God Hand sells a glass cutting mat. Yeah, but who wants that crap? Pab says I don't even know what you're all talking about. LOL. Bill says not cutting well. And then he says nice, perfect bevel. Yeah. Derek is over there on YouTube. He said, "What it do, baby?" Nothing. We're just playing with our toys. Let's see. Sparion says, "Bill, check out card scraper sharpening on YouTube to get that sharp cut doing that." Yeah. Bill says, "Thanks. I was just running with a thought based upon tools I already had." Yeah, no, that was a perfect idea, dude. A perfect idea. Let's try something else here real quick. Let's try. Let's see. What shall we try? Let's go for something crazy like a 15. Yeah? And we're gonna start with a completely 45-degree angle here, just on this side. Let's see if we can do this. Now the trick with these steeper angles is that you don't have nearly as much flat surface to work with, unfortunately, and there's a tipping kind of tendency to do. So you're gonna have to hold it near the back edge. At least that's kind of what I'm feeling at this point, right? But as you can see, that's taken off some nice ribbons of plastic there, right? And there you go. That's a nice steep 15-degree angle right there. That's not bad. Shit. Bill, I think we found a new technique here, buddy. Now, the other thing that we would do is hold this and let that hang over just slightly off of the 1, 2, 3 block, right? Now, you look at this you basically look at this right down the angle here, and you hold your sanding block accordingly. And that should help you even out the front and the back. Ooh, look how nice and just dead ass straight that is. You see that angle break there in the shadows? Oof, right along there. That's just dead ass straight, dude. Yeah. Ooh, oh, no. You're right there. Look at that. That's a nice 15-degree angle. Yeah. Shit. Bill? Good job, buddy. Really good. Really good. Excuse me. Derek says, dude, your decals, in love. The Magnanock turned out 1,000 times better with them. I've been throwing you hella love on Twitter. Shout outs for them. Dude, thank you, man. The Magnanock looks great, by the way. I'm going to tell you that right now. So, really good stuff, dude. Charles Dodge says, my wife just told me the most horrible joke. Why don't they make jokes about Jim Jones? He says, because the punchline would be too long. Oh! Charles, tell your wife not to quit her day job, buddy. Jesus. Bill says another use for them. Always nice to find purpose for tools you already have. Hell yeah. Pab says would be great for base building. Yeah. Andrew says, dang it, Tim, making me buy more tools. Hey, I can't help it. Bill's the one that kind of pointed us into this direction. I can't help it. That's not my fault. It's not my fault you want to buy tools. Come on, son. Come on, son. All right, let's put these back. Let's try a bit of a higher angle here, yeah? Like maybe, I don't know, 75, right? Something like that. That angle's, pretty steep. Let's go with that. Let's see what it do. What it do, baby? Right? Like Derek says. All right. Oh, yeah. See the ribbons it's taking off there? That's nice. Taking nice ribbons of plastic. That's what you're looking for. Now, we're going to try to take this down all the way to the bottom of this piece of plastic. And we're going to see if it... Ooh, yeah. Perfect. Alright, so there's a little burr edge right there. We can just kind of scrape off with our fingernail. That's not a big deal. There's one on the bottom side as well. Yeah. Easy stuff. All right. Hate it when I get plastic in my mouth. All these little ribbons of plastic and shit all over the damn place, flying in the air and all that. Anywho, all right. So there's your nice steep 40 or 75 degree angle there. Now, what we're going to do again is we're going to hang this off the edge here just slightly. We're going to get our sanding block and we're going to align the sanding block with the angle. Oh, that's not good. That's not a great sound, is it? It's like nails on a chalkboard right there. I do not like that sound, but it's a good indication that we're sanding this even. Fuck. Anyway, we can wash that out with alcohol later. So again, ooh, nice and straight. And then you turn this to profile. And then yeah, look at that. That right there, this angle here is a nice 75 degree angle right there. Really nice. Boom. Bill, you get one of these, buddy. Good job. Developed a new technique. Look at this. We're going to call this the Rushlom technique. Hell yeah. Get these lined back up here. Get my L shape back in gear. Boom, just like that. All right. Put that out of the way. What time is it? 6:25 already? Christ, man. Let's go. Jesus. Anyway. Let's see. Bill says, Pabs, I am liking this for plating details and marrying them up at specific angles. Yeah. This has serious scratch building ramifications. I like this too. I'm not gonna lie. I like this a lot. Yeah. Pretty good. Pretty good, Bill. Pretty damn good, my friend. Let's see. Ranger Chris says, gonna take off. We'll be back for Mechanism. Chris, thank you. Take care, buddy. Charles Dodge says, she won't. She sells donuts in a converted drive-through car wash. Nice. Pab says to Bill, nice. I've always found that challenging, especially at specific angles. Yeah, well, now I think we're in good shape. Yeah, with these. So that's awesome. George says, almost forgot. Got a virtual IPMS meeting tonight. I suppose I could do that. There you go. Bill says, me too. Derek says, where does one get these angle scrapers? And they're not, that's the thing. Derek, they're not even scrapers. That's not even the use for them. They're actually just angle gauges to measure angles. We're just using them as scrapers, right? Which is the crazy thing. But they're on the Amazon list. Just check below here in the YouTube description. You'll find a link. But yeah, they're crazy, man. Yeah, and Bill Ruslan says these are angle guides in the Amazon description. Yeah. George Tetsugen, he says, currently working on my MMP80 design, trying to figure out if I should make it more compact or keep it nice and stocky. Dude. The MMP80 is like one of my favorite weapon designs in all of Gundam. Keep it stocky, dude. Trust me. That's how it was originally designed. Keep it stocky. Don't slim that bad boy down. That weapon needs some meat on its bones. Keep it stocky. Trust me. Andrew says, looks like you can't get the 1, 2, 3 blocks in your list anymore, Tim. Oh, they got plenty of 1, 2, 3 blocks on there. That's just the ones that I bought. But we'll search for other 1, 2, 3 blocks, and we'll get those put on there for you, Andrew. Don't worry about you. Don't worry about it. We'll get it hooked up. Bill says they refill from time to time, but you can find options on Amazon. Exactly. There's multiple listings of 1, 2, 3 blocks on there. My advice is you don't want the ones with holes. In fact, hey, I just found one. Boom, right here. $17.59 for 2 on Prime. That's getting added to the list as we speak. And boom. There you go, Andrew. That has been added. Pair of 1, 2, 3 1, 2, 3 blocks. Oh, actually, these are the ones that I bought. Why are they not available on there? That's dumb. Anyway, $17.59 on Prime for two, count them, 1, 2, 3 blocks without the holes. The holes are okay. They're not great. Right now, the 1, 2, 3 blocks that I have with the holes, they have one purpose at this point. And that's to serve as weights when I glue something down to a base or something like that. I just set that on there and it's a good weight. That's literally all that they serve purpose now. Just is what it is, I guess, right? Anyway, let's see. Ooh, somebody was at my front door 21 minutes ago. Hopefully they're not there now. Let's see. Let's go. Charles Dodge says search under machinist or woodworking tools, and then Andrew says nice. Yeah. All right. Cool. So that's 6:30, you guys. Let's end this so I can see what the hell was going on at my front door, right? So, with that being said, let's convert back to camera 1. We got the hat on, the Londo Bell. What's up? So, you guys, real quick, if you want to cop one of these Londo Bell hats, hit up www.shadamecha.com. You will find the store link at the top. You will find this hat, many more, shirts, prints of my work, all sorts of fun stuff in there. So go load up. If you're interested in any of the tools and materials that we were working with here tonight, like these awesome 1, 2, 3 blocks and these sweet little angle guides that we found a new use for, that we have coined the Rushlam technique, man, go get you some on the Amazon link just below here on Twitch and YouTube, that side if you're watching on Facebook. Now, keep in mind that I do make a small bit of a commission based off the stuff that you buy, but it does not increase the cost for you. It goes to help out me, it goes to help out the stream and move our endeavors moving forward. If you are interested in kits, tools, paints, accessories, Mecha Decals, sheets 1 and 2, those are both in stock and shipping now, right down yonder here from our good friends USA Gundam Store. Adam and the fine folks will definitely have what you need. Now, if you like this stream, if you get benefit from it, if you learn from it, man, hit the like, subscribe, follow on all the social media channels. That way you can keep up with what we do off stream, right? And then if you know somebody or a group of somebodies that could benefit from watching this, man, share it with them. It's the nice thing to do, right? Let's see. Charles says, can you type this command into your Twitch chat? Sure, why not? There we go. In 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take care, Twitter. There you go. Anyway. All right, so for the rest of you, we're going to be back here tonight on Mechanism. We're going to be having a lot of fun, so come on back for that. And, yeah. So, until then, guys, have the great rest of your day. Have a wonderful weekend if I don't see you tonight on Mechanism. Go build something cool. Stay safe out there. Wash your hands, all that good stuff, right? See you tonight. Take care.